Well, welcome back to my reviews, and I guess while we're on the subject of toy soldiers and Britons, I'd like to review some of the Eyes Right figures, and these are some of my favorites. The lifeguards, part of the Royal Household Cavalry. These are well detailed figures, and the horses are too. Britain's Limited England on the belly. There's the high boots, the cavalryman. They all hold a sword, and the scabbard is a piece of tin plugged into their leg here, the hip. Wearing the back plate and breastplates. Metal helmet, horsehair plume. Saddles, I believe, covered with sheepskin, sheep's wool. Nice scarlet jacket. Actually, the figures are molded in the red plastic, and the details painted over top. You can see the red toe on the boot. Red plastic showing through the paint. A little bit of touch up would solve that, I just haven't done it. And you can see, I believe it's flesh tones showing through the silver on the helmet. So yeah, the head's molded in the flesh colored plastic, details painted. The Eyes Right series came in I think '59 and was finished by the early '70s. Got 6 of these troopers, actually 5 troopers and 1 officer. And there's the officer there. This belt across the chest is the biggest difference, and he's wearing a lanyard on his right shoulder. When these guys are in their regular army service dress, they wear a red lanyard on their right shoulder and a Sam Brown. See, the officer's got a fancy blanket sticking out here, both sides, gold trim. Some embossing up here on the front part of the saddle. These guys all have moving arms. You got to be careful with these ones, because these are the ones that harden up and pieces break off. They're very, very attractive. They make a nice display too in a parade formation. You can see the stirrups here. A little brown saddle piece in there that the stirrups are connected to. Pretty good detail. Members of these regiments do go out on active service. And the lifeguards have seen active service as recently as the Gulf War and as far back as Egypt in 1882. And the first troop of these guys was formed in 1658. So they got quite a history. Now the next guys here, you recognize these two. What they call the Blues, the Royal Horse Guards. And they were formed in, the first troops were formed in 1650. And in 1750 they became the Royal Horse Guard Blues, and in 1877 they became the Royal Horse Guards, or the Blues. And this is the officer here, the eyes right figure. It's nicely detailed. See the fine work on the reins here, the bridle. Again, fancy blanket. Troopers are basically the same as the lifeguards, or are the same, just recolored different. They have the red horsehair plume on the helmet. Very attractive uniform. And again, these members of these regiments, and this regiment, the Blues, have seen active service for many years. When these eyes rights were discontinued in England, Britain farmed out the production to Hong Kong. Excuse me. They were inferior figures, nowhere near what these were. I think they were just like the Swappets. They were about a third of the cost to produce them over there, so that's why they did it. These are really, really nice figures, and they make great displays. You can mix and match them. You can fit them in with vehicles, military vehicles, other troops, especially marching Highlanders and other guards figures, foot figures. And these are some of my favorites. I hope you enjoyed my review, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.